So, right now, I'm currently traveling. If you couldn't tell, this is not my normal area. And I was working on another video before this, but I paused on that because this is actually where I'm training for, where I'm in a whole other state training for a new job that I just got. And as you can tell from what I sound like, I am sick. It's something called altitude sickness, and I didn't know it was a real thing, but I also really never left my local area to even find out that it was a thing. But that doesn't stop me from being active. And here are 5 tips to helping you stay on track while traveling or being sick. This first one, it's just move. And this one I actually had to learn after the first day. I did get in super late the first night, so I didn't really, being on the plane for several hours, being at the airport for several hours, I didn't really have time apart from the walking to actually do anything, but I stayed moving. And even walking for a little bit was enough to still keep my body moving, even with all the things that I was dealing with travel wise. And old me would have said, I'm not 100%, I'll just skip it. But skipping isn't it the only other option. You can scale things way down. And I walked instead of run. I did half the reps that I normally would, or I still tried to do a few of what I would normally do in a normal given day. The second thing, and I've been terrible at this since most of my eating has been eating out, and drinks have been things that I can just get from the convenience store, but hydrate as much as possible, especially right now where I'm somewhere with higher elevation that my body's definitely not used to. One thing I found out was altitude actually pulls water out of you a lot faster than you may think, and when you're already sick, on top of that just leads to even more symptoms or even more dehydration. So it's really important for you to hydrate properly. The third is really just being able to be active in whatever you have around. A lot of times that's just your pure body weight. Sometimes you don't. Some hotels don't have a gym in it. Sometimes you don't have access to a gym, or in my case, I'm sharing a rental with coworkers, and I can't really go out to the gym that I have a membership with after our training or anything but that beforehand. I'm just usually stuck with the hotel gym, and just being able to do whether that's push-ups, sit-ups, different bodyweight exercises in your room, or different things with the very limited equipment in the hotel gym, or whatever it is, just make the most of it is doing the best that you can. Now, I haven't really been focusing on this, and I've been failing more about this, but I know how important this really is. It's just being able to track anyway, even when you know you're going to be over, even when you know you're going to be not the best in terms of your macros or whatever have you. Tracking doesn't get a pass just because you're traveling or sick. If anything, it matters even more, especially with what you eat. Now, being traveling is one thing because different new experiences and different situations, I feel like there's some leeway in what you have and what you don't have. Now, you can still be smart with your choices, but still also explore and try new things and new places and everything like that, while still keeping on it. And if you're over, you're traveling, most of the time you're probably on vacation. That one extra however amount of food isn't going to do anything in the long term. As long as you stay consistent afterwards and stay consistent with your plan, then it's all going to get right back at the end of it. And the last and most important thing about, and this is more so being sick while traveling, is that rest is a big help in terms of how you feel on the next day. Because resting when you're sick or adjusting to a new environment, that itself is staying on track. It's not falling off. Your body does have, if not more, of the repair while you're asleep than anything else. And in my opinion, that's why, for me, nighttime medicine works a lot better than normal non-drowsy medicine, because my body's asleep. All that it can do is that medicine is attack whatever it is that's trying to keep me sick. Because right now my body's dealing with something that it's never dealt with before, and fighting that instead of And consistency isn't about doing the same thing every day, no matter what. It's adjusting the thing without disappearing completely. So, I definitely didn't plan this trip. It sprung up a day and a half before I was supposed to fly out, especially being in the northern part of the US when I'm basically down near Florida is a lot, especially since my body is definitely not loving this high up in the altitude. But like I've said before, this raw, honest part is the whole point of the channel, and it's not about anything ideal or anything else. It's about showing up when life gets rough and showing up when things get hard, because in the end, the hard things is what molds you, and the hard daily habits get easier and easier, and the more you do that, the better you become, and the more you become the person that you want to become.